Count Leo Tolstoy, Boris Pasternak, Auguste Rodin, Max Ahl, Otto Rank, Alfred Adler, Carl Jung, Friedrich Pinellas, Paul Ray, Richard Wagner, Henrik Ibsen, August Strindberg, Martin Buber, Knut Hamsun, Hugo von Hofmannsthal, Friedrich Nietzsche, Spiridon Droshin.
Lo, I want to teach you the Superman, the meaning of the earth.
Hendrik von Stein,
God has died.
Paul von Drukowski,
And now to blaspheme the earth is the great blaspheme.
Georg Brandes,
I want to teach man a sense of his own existence, which is the Superman,
Franz,
the lightning in the dark cloud of man.
Hermann Bang,
Everything of a woman is a riddle.
Rainier Marie
Man
Rilke,
is for woman a means, the purpose of which is a child. Man shall be
Who,
trained
if
for
I
war,
cried out,
and woman
would hear me among the angels'
all
hierarchies?
else is folly.
And even if one of them pressed me suddenly against his heart, I would be consumed
Superman.
in the overwhelming
Little doth woman
existence.
understand
John Henry
honor,
Mackay,
For beauty
But let this
is nothing but the beginning of
more
terror,
than you are
Felix
loved.
which we still are just able to endure.
Fear the woman who loves.
And we are so in awe because it serenely disdains to annihilate us.
Most soul is merely evil,
Every angel
Whereas woman
is terrifying.
is mean.
And so I hold myself back
Shallow is the soul
and
of a
swallow the call note of my dark
mobile,
sobbing.
stormy film on a shallow surface.
Piper,
Oh, whom can we ever turn to in our need?
Sigmund Freud,
Ages in a subterranean cabin.
Jakob Wassermann,
Yes, the springtime
Dost thou
needed you.
goest to woman?
Georg Brandes,
Do not
Where
forget
can you
the
find a
wicked.
place to keep her?
Thus spoke their
The power of the id
Tonight,
consists in fulfilling the individual's innate needs.
the purpose of which is a
The
child.
superego
Man shall be trained for
is
war.
concerned primarily with the limitation of that satisfaction.
All else is folly.
The ego is concerned with discovering the most favorable and
Friedrichs,
least perilous method of obtaining satisfaction.
Alois Vidor,
Perhaps
Sexual act
Professor
is an act of aggression,
Hermann Bogart,
having as its purpose
Albert
the
Brenner,
most intimate union.
The woman who
all
loves.
this
Bunch
Life,
is mission.
Man fear
id,
the woman who
ego,
Always distracted by
superego,
expectations, as though
instinct,
every event
eros,
Whereas woman
announced to be love.
is
Oedipal, father, mother, child,
My heart,
sex,
as only saints have listened.
oral,
do not forget.
anal,
Thus
dreams,
Voices,
woman,
dreams,
voices,
woman,
dreams,
voices,
woman,
dreams.
woman.
voices.
You must meet her.
That fascinating young Russian.
Her mind, so eager and probing,
She thinks like a man, talks like a man.
but she is all woman.
Nothing shocks her.
She could be my disciple.
Or mine. She understands Kant, for God's sake.
A philosopher, a metaphysician,
She makes you understand what it is you just said.
my muse,
My wife,
My friend.
my colleague,
my kin,
My partner.
my sister,
my spouse.
the blue eyes
The tiger's gaze,
of four lips,
An eyebrow raised.
as if beckoning,
Oh, reckoning. Weighing your worth then and there.
the slender waist,
slight
The
smile,
shoulders, the wide, the intellect, golden hair, bound so carefully around her head.
one wayward strand,
One willful thread,
saying,
think what you will, I live as I dare.
she's somewhat cold,
but so well read,
so full of joy.
so brave in bed,
the ballad of her
This Russian
breast.
muse
the perfect nest in which to rest your
has
head.
lit a fuse.
If you should choose,
Dear Lou,
or if by some strange fate she
should choose you.
I will be her husband,
her friend,
teacher,
her lover,
son,
mentor,
colleague,
master.
You must all understand. I can neither live according to models, nor shall I ever be a model for anyone at all. On the contrary, I shall quite certainly make my own life according to myself, whatever may come of it. In this I have no principle to represent, but something that is much more wonderful, something that is deep inside oneself and wants to get out and rejoice. It is hot with sheer life. I want to live forever in transition. I am a thinker and a writer. I can be an intellectual companion. I will not follow or submit. I am my own. You don't know who I am, though you may recognize my name. Somewhat lost in history, it's of no concern to me. I've no desire to be famous. It was enough for me to be the flame that lit the fire in the minds and hearts and bellies of men. These men, when my eyes saw themselves and their lives deeper, wider, and I taught them to walk barefoot, even in the snow, and we walked in joy.
She wants to live with two men, a holy trio, an unholy triangle, a ménage à trois, a mariage à trois, a Pythagorean friendship. Sharp and mild, rough and fine, strange and familiar, impure and clean, a place where fool and sage convene. All this I am and wish to mean, dove as well as snake and swine.
Monte Sacro. I have read what you have written. You are a hero.
My dear Lou, our intelligence and taste are related at the deepest point. I wonder if there has ever existed before such a philosophical openness as exists between us. I have never known anyone who could draw from their own experiences such objective insights.
What a gift,
what a joy to discover
another mind like your own,
another lover of the intellect,
another soul that clearly sees that Every good
deed
derives
from an evil,
and the praise of virtue
is the praise of something privately harmful.
the praise of instinct that deprive the human being of its noblest selfishness.
And the strength for its highest autonomy.
What a charm!
What a thrill to feel that finally, and for real,
Someone other than yourself is dealing with the mysteries of life.
cutting through the dark of the night with the light
Of truth.
and with the ruthless knife of reason.
What is religion?
A childish dream. What is weakness?
Another weakness. What is God?
A man-made ideal.
And love.
Nature's trick to reproduce itself, and cruelty
The desire to be hurt
by
the beloved. And love of self.
is the desire for self-destruction. What's a lie?
What's a breach of
What's
faith?
the most shameless talk of the most shameless
It
matter?
is nothing to
It
us.
is nothing at all.
What is pity?
Pity is contemptible. Mankind is in need of a new religion, where every living thing is free to become who they are. You have no idea what a relief our acquaintance brings to me. I want to be human again. And now I have found someone who feels and sees and thinks as I myself do. Now is the time to reveal. My dear friend, my most constant companion, that which I have opened to no one until this very moment.
You may trust, my dear Fritz, that whatever you make known to me will be kept in the strictest confidence.
Dearest, you are the only being ripe enough to comprehend the significance of the terror that tears at my brain and howls in my ears, forbidding me any rest. I am a firm belief that everything we experience, every moment, every glance, each shudder and lament, every pain, comes back to us as it has since the beginning of time and will for eternity. This is the burden I must bear.
Why a burden, Fritz? Look at the joy that surrounds us, the two of us here together at this wondrous moment on this mountaintop with the clean air and the brilliant light.
The light, which burns my eyes to the point of darkness. What brings you joy brings me solely pain. I am ugly. My eyes are like the bright beads of a rodent's eyes, not daydreaming, no. Target shooting, sniping. Lou, I am going blind.
Your eyes are remarkable. They are not the eyes of many short-sighted people. They don't stare or come too close. They are like guardians and keepers of your own treasure. Mute mysteries upon which no uninitiated glance is permitted to fall. Your defective eyesight gives a special kind of magic to your features by reflecting only what goes on within them.
I am a poor, blind lamb who has never been so half enthusiastic about any female creature. Lou, please, be mine.
My dear Fritz, I could sleep in the same room with you without any insurgent thoughts. We have sibling brains, no more. Why is it always like this? We speak with passion, and they assume that I desire them physically. I enjoy living on the edge of Eros. My ecstasy is in the thought of its possibilities, not necessarily its realities. One after another, they court and they woo, and they want to marry me. And it goes on and on. And it begins again.
Miss Lou,
Mr. Ray,
I have something that I'd like to say. But first, it should be said, I feel people should not be wed if they plan to bring more lives into this bad world. Having said all that, I've been to see your mother. I cried and swore there'd never be another other than you, Lou. So take my hand. Everything's already planned.
Next!
Herr Tausk.
Fräulein Salome, this is your lucky, lucky day.
I am not seeking my other half. All I wish to find is a trace of loveliness in another. One tiny trace of loveliness in another.
If you say no, I'll hang myself with a rope.
Next!
The sanctity of marriage is a
fraud imposed by man, not God.
Dear Fräulein Lou,
Fritz.
from what stars have we two dropped from to meet each other here? It's quite queer. I no longer want to be alone. Life is too bleak, too black, too much fun to face on one's own. Let me be more clear, more precise. I think it might be nice, as the time is ripe, to take you on as my disciple. As for marriage, that's another matter. With the breaking cups and flying platters, I could offer you my hand, miss, for a year. All right, too.
Next.
The sanctity of marriage is
Awaken and hear man's cry.
Fräulein,
Ebbinghaus.
you know I'm timid as a mouse, but
Marriage is the killer of love. Lovers become trivialities to one another the moment they marry.
bedposts banging against the wall.
Next! Lou,
Andreas.
all I have to say is, do you see this knife? You must be my wife, or I will take my life.
No! All right, I agree. You may marry me, but let it be said, you will never ever share my bed. This marriage will never be consummated.
Why did you marry him?
Because,
He was like your father.
yes, he was kind, a scholar, he loved animals. He could talk to animals, he could talk to me.
But you were never attracted to him.
No, never.
And the poet?
He was young and persistent and a beautiful lover, and he wanted to learn Russian.
And you taught him?
Rilke taught me.
Женщина, человек,
Da,
steht позор говно,
yet,
шахматы и нарди.
Да.
Злой зан голубой,
yet,
писать любовь.
yet,
Тиша, Миша, комна, крыша, грунь.
da,
Я хочу.
yet.
Lead my life to festival. Be sign and oracle to me. Come, come, dance the taste of fruit experienced.
Why did you come to trouble my decline?
What fields are fragrant as your hand?
I am old.
You feel how external fragrance stands upon your greater resistance.
The reddest rose on fire.
Star stand in images above.
In this timeless place, unseemly, impossible, even slightly scandalous. The reddest rose unfold.
Give me your mouth to soften love. All your head is all in idleness.
Nobody can stop
See,
that.
I want to surround you with
No
yourself.
imminent threat from the air.
And the faded expectation lift from the edges of your eyebrows. I want, as within her eyelid sheer, to close for you all places which appear by my
They've got to take that into account. And I endure this. Nothing I've ever felt or dreamt or conjured in the night or fashioned in loneliness can equal this.
Is this not a true marriage?
Woman by nature is sexually passive. Libido is masculine in nature. Therefore, women's sexual drives are weaker than men's.
You don't know Lou.
One loves one's desire, not the person desired.
Anatomy is everything.
We are made of clay. Women touch on the divine.
But what is woman for man? Device and desire.
Woman is at best a lover. In my dream I saw a woman sleeping. In her sleep she dreamt life stood before her and held in each hand a gift. In the one hand love, in the other freedom. And she said to the woman, choose, and the woman waited long. Then she cried out, freedom. And life said, thou hast chosen well, for if thou hadst said love, I would have given it, and would have gone from thee, and come no more. Now the day will come when I return, and on that day I shall bear both gifts in one hand.
Eros is the master of us all.
He comes when he pleases,
Or not at all.
and if he arrives,
Who's to say how long might he stay? A week,
a year,
a month, a lifetime, or just one day. Sometimes a day is more than enough.
Sex and art
And
spring from the same source.
and
Eros and the
ride the
muse
same
both dwell
horse.
on there where life begins. Love is giving something you haven't got to someone who does not exist.
Happiness is found not in being loved, but in
The
loving.
sexuality of a woman is a dark continent.
Give myself away.
Is only an echo.
It is good to love, for loving is
Is
difficult.
our deepest entry into ourselves. It is a thousandfold solitude.
Women lure and love you, then tear you to bits.
All companionship can consist only in the strengthening of two
What does
neighboring
woman
solitudes.
Woman's best being is sexual. If modern woman could acknowledge this about herself and stop trying to become as differentiated as a man and recognize that physical love must be totally and completely spiritual, then we shall find bright as light inside of us a new fine shade.
But women must respond to their instincts. They cannot divert Eros into spirituality.
Sex releases the spiritual and creative force in everyone, and women are the supremely loving sex.
Women are at best a bird, a bee, or a cow.
Is this not a true marriage?
You are too painfully opened, easily wounded, like an anemone.
I hate you. You are too big.
Was I ill?
Thee too
Have
big.
I got well? Well, smell, held,
My mother!
Go to your dark god!
You are the worst, Lulu!
You washerwoman.
Who was my doctor?
Like stone.
Can you tell?
Huge and over close.
You are becoming burdensome.
Oh, my memory is rotten.
I am faithful to memories forever.
You are the worst.
Salome sounds seductive, probably Jewish.
People, I shall never be faithful.
You are stone cold.
Of the seven bells like nothing, nothing.
You are a tiny speck in my vast landscape of love.
Only now I'm truly well.
You want to destroy me.
Those are well who have forgotten.
Lou, nasty 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 nasty Lou.
Next! Welcome, gentlemen. You are here for psychoanalysis?
Yeah.
If it seems odd that you are both here at the same time for your analysis, that is because this is a dream. If you like, you may come visit me later, in reality, to have this dream analyzed. Herr Nietzsche, how much Lebensraum does one man require? Very well. We are here to discuss women who have had a great impact on your lives.
My mother!
No, not your mother, although this is duly noted. Is there not another woman who has affected you deeply?
Yeah, there was
Who
one
offers a complete unity of mind
heart
and body.
Fascinating that two men so different should have one person play so similar a role in their lives.
It was as though we shared the same
Mind.
heart.
So beautiful.
You say it with such wistfulness.
So bold.
Do you mean to imply that you did not marry this woman?
No.
Why?
She rejected me.
What woman would reject two such brilliant and prominent men?
Well, I guess I asked too much of her.
What did you ask?
Well, I asked for her to love me the way I wanted her to love me.
And not the way she wanted to love me.
But she...
Would not.
Could not. But she was so tantalizingly close.
And yet,
And yet?
she bade me leave her in peace.
Who was this woman? Lou? Lou? Next! Hello, Lou.
Hello, Sigmund.
I missed you, my poetical analyst, at yesterday evening's lecture. I have acquired the bad habit of directing my lectures to no particular person in the audience. But yesterday I stared as though under a spell at the place that had been left for you. You see, I too am not immune to your magic.
Forgive my absence. You know how much your work means to me.
I would have never thought psychoanalysis could mean so much to someone else. You respond to this new science as though it were a Christmas gift.
It is a gift, a profound one. No other relationship comes near the special equality as that analyst and analysand. Nothing else demonstrates so clearly the significance and dignity of being human. Nothing else gives such a deep knowledge of humanity. And this is all pleasure. I am a cold old creature and have very few attachments. And for this, I am so grateful to be able to flow out so warmly within psychoanalysis.
I still clearly remember your arrival in Vienna and the not-so-subtle stir caused by your appearance at our evening lecture. For some reason or another, it brought to mind a cat that had dropped itself with the requisite feline narcissism into my life. As I sat at my desk in my study, there appeared on the sofa a stray cat who had climbed silently through the open window and found a sunny spot on which to nap. As you know, I don't care much for cats or dogs or animals in general.
So I have observed.
Well, this cat had aroused in me mixed feelings.
Why?
She had slinked from the sofa to the floor and blithely weaved her way amongst the venerable objects, inspecting each one in passing. I was fearful of chasing her away and did not want to alarm her,
Why?
lest she destroy something precious. What?
Go on.
Where was I?
Something precious.
Then to my surprise I heard her purring. Her archaeological tour was complete, but the apex of her feline satisfaction came only when she curled up at my feet. Well, this of course
Yes.
made my heart melt,
And.
so I ordered her a bowl of fresh milk.
Aha.
From then on, she made an appearance daily and claimed her right to the sofa, the milk, and the icons. My affection for the creature grew with every visit, but she seemed to care for me not a whit. I tried to engage her in play with the tapping of my toe, but she would only answer with an indifferent glance from those cold green eyes. This unequal relationship lasted until I found my feline friend feverish and rasping on the sofa. I did everything I could to save her, but she succumbed to pneumonia, leaving naught of herself but the symbolic image of the playful and peaceful nature of true egoism. Dear Lou, I had no idea you had such a deep attachment to animals.
It's not the cat, Sigmund.
What have I said or done to bring you to grief so suddenly? My friend, where is your usual optimism? Do you wish to discuss this?
Yes. But what I reveal to you has never been open to anyone before, except to those who were present at the time.
Go on.
Years ago, I was blessed with the blossoming of life in my womb.
And the father? Was it your husband, Andreas?
No, it was Zimak.
Dr. Pinellas?
Yes. Zimak and I lived together as though we were wed, and for 12 sweet years we shared the same bed.
And Andreas?
He was aware of my friendship with Zimak. I told him nothing about the pregnancy.
Why did you not tell him?
I was afraid of my husband's unpredictable rage.
Had he hurt you?
No, I was not afraid for myself, but for Zimak.
And the child?
There was an accident. I fell from the limb of a tree while picking apples.
This, I imagine, was the most moving event in your feminine fate.
All my life I have done nothing but work. For what and why? I have never experienced the three forms of love that characterize a woman's life. I never took the risk of having a child, and thus excluded myself from what is most precious in a woman. I never had a true marriage or a pure erotic bond, but I have lived life fully. It is rather like this. If someone plunges his hand firmly into a full rose bush, the blossom will fill his hand, yet compared with the abundance of the bush, it is only a little, however much. It is nonetheless, the handful is enough for him to experience the whole of the blossom. But whatever one's fate is, one must live it fully.
Of all the acquaintances I have known, none has been more valuable or full of consequence than the one with Fräulein Salome.
There wasn't a creek that your smile could not explain, as though you had long known just when the floor
that you not only understood everything, but forgave everything.
You were the opposite of all doubt, and witness to the fact that everything we touch, reach, and see exists.
Why have I never heard you sing? I have known many renowned singers from around the world, but no female voice has had a profound effect on me. Yet I believe there is a voice in the world for me. Are you that voice?
I strike up a very simple melody. You supply the higher octaves. I blindly accept the limitations of our subjectivity, whereas you draw express attention to them. I hum, you sing.
Even before I knew you, I had loved you, for already while you carried me inside you, my terror was dissolved in the water that makes the embryo weightless.
I have never again experienced such a feeling of conciliatory kindness, or, if you like, compassion, as I did with you.
Without your influence, my whole development would not have been able to take the paths that have led to many things.
Only since knowing you have I been ripe for my Zarathustra.
How could you know what primordial time you stirred in me? What passions well up inside of me? All this happened because I was fortunate enough to meet you at a time when I was in danger of losing myself in formlessness.
If I let my thoughts roam, I see no one. One makes nests everywhere and lays eggs everywhere, and one becomes lighter and lighter and lighter, and then flies away. But I know there will be arms outstretched ready to receive me. Will they ever come to me ever again? The long, long dances on through the night till the dim stars wane. Shall I feel the dew on my throat and the stream of wind in my hair? In my hair, wind in my hair.
Though you be far, I still will look at you. Though you be far, you are forever mine.
You are the present that will never fade.
You are the landscape harboring my heart. If I had never rested on your banks, I yet would know your open amplitude, and everywhere, and every dream would take me back to your enormous solitude. Who can
express what happened to us. We made up everything for which there'd been